The beginning, well, there wasn't a plan really. It was just my mum and I, and we needed a job. We'd been made redundant, and we saw this little unit in Court Arcade. You could rent it on a monthly basis. We thought we can manage that, and then this really nice Indian bloke from Leeds said, if I give you £300 worth of stuff, you sell it and give me the money back, and you keep the little bit of profit. And that's how we started. We drew a list of names up. We wanted a nice short name that summed it up, and we thought Guru. And but we wrote a lot of other names, and then we took a pin, and it landed on Guru, and that's why it's Guru. It was just a random pinprick. How on earth? I can't understand how it was quite a rundown arcade.
Yeah.
And it was tucked away a bit, and yet all those people used to come.
Just found it.
We just
and hung out.
Yeah.
And
we couldn't believe it.
We could work it out.
well, that was because whichever town you went into, if you wanted something alternative, it was up an arcade or down the back alley somewhere, or one of the side streets.
Of course, there was padding for the.
So what was your first evidence to come working for a shop?
Being terrified of you.
Funny enough.
No, there isn't.
Well, a lot of people have said that.
I think we're all interested in people, aren't we?
Yeah,
That's part of the secret of Guru.
That's what it. Yeah.
Because we get such a variety of people as well, and it's really satisfying.
Well, your mum always used to say it all walks, didn't she?
But she just liked being with us, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
She just liked coming along and joining
but like
in.
you said, and you know,
she was never
all
old.
them type of people there, and she just got on with everybody, didn't she?
She could get on
She
with
could just
anybody.
talk to anybody.
Yeah. In fact, I think my mum's our secret weapon.
Yeah.
Because she was great, and people still remember how she used to listen to them, help them. She was twice the person I am. Honestly, she was fantastic. We like to give good service. It's an old-fashioned idea, but whoever comes in, we like to treat them right.
Yeah, and it's not a hard sell.
No, definitely
which
not.
I hate. If I go into another shop and somebody pounces on you straight away, I hate that.
Yeah, but you're there to help.
We don't do that.
You're just there to help.
But people know that we're there for them if they need any help.
You don't do it because you think you have certain things just to try to sell more. It's just because you genuinely want to help them. It's as simple as that.
And I think the secret, it's not about anything but liking people. We do like people.
We do like people.
I love Guru. My first memories of Guru were when I was 15, and it was in Court Arcade. And I went up Court Arcade looking for a black T-shirt, and I went into Guru, and Beryl was there, and she had this black T-shirt, and it had a sequin vintage car on, which is not what I was looking for at all. And I always remember she got a big pair of scissors out, cut the sequin car off the T-shirt, and then sold me the T-shirt, so I had a plain black T-shirt. And it was brilliant, and that was my first ever time, and I've never stopped going there since. I've always been there for clothes, for everything. Beryl, Tony and Colin are good friends of mine. We've been to music gigs and over the years, and I class them as really, really special friends. And I hope Guru goes on for another 50 years. Okay.
Well, I used to come into this shop when I was first left school, and I got my first job at Northern Goldsmiths. And I used to go and pester her every day with me dinner. Well, it was a laugh. I remember one time I was in the bath one night, and they all turned up, knocking on my door, knock. Got a free Jeffro tour ticket. Let's go. I never did get that bath finished.
What I remember really about Beryl and Tony is that they always took you seriously, and they read my poems, and we talked about politics and philosophy and all kinds of things.
I think that was mostly to Tony, wasn't it?
I think with the politics it was Tony, and I remember Tony saying to me, "Don't get depressed," he said. "Any system that's built by people can be changed by people." And I've never forgotten that. And that's, all those years ago. I remember Tony saying that to me. And
that's quite remarkable.
Yeah. And the other great thing about Guru is what I tell everybody is you've been here. How long have you been here now?
50 years in
50
March,
years.
which is why
And you're still. The young people come in because you understand youth culture So we came in when we were 16, 17. My kids came in when they were that age. I hope my grandchildren, I hope you'll still be here for them to come in and enjoy what you sell here, because it's a proper independent shop. This it reflects what people are interested in, and Beryl, Tony and Cole have always got their ear to the ground. They're part of the music scene in Darlington as well. They've always put posters up for bands, sold tickets for music events. I don't know what we do without them, actually. I don't know what we do without them. They're just lovely, lovely people.
This shop, amongst all others, is the story of my life, because the people who work here know the story of my life. It's some tinge with sadness, but mostly happiness. Probably the days have gone where I used to come in here and buy the root cards from underneath the counter. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that, really. Anyway, that's about it, and I wish them all the best for the future. Goodbye.
I've been coming to this shop for many, many years, and I used to visit it in the 1970s. My husband was a biker and used to buy his patchouli oil and all his scents and just sticks and everything from here. Beryl and Colin are fantastic, and I love this iconic shop. It's a pleasure being back, and I just had to pop in today. I'm going home tomorrow, and I'll be messaging Beryl on Facebook. She's not been too well, bless her, but I wish them all the best, and I'll be back again soon. Take care. I love this shop. Bye.
Take 2, James Bond.
Listen, I've dragged this gentleman up here. His name's John Murphy.
Hello.
He's come to Guru and sold us the most fantastic greetings cards for over 20 years.
20 years.
And I've dragged him in front of the camera because I've always thought, and it's the first time I've told him this, that he reminds me of Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan? Well, I'll take that one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you know who you remind me of?
Yeah.
Morticia. Have you had that one before?
Tony, well, I just dragged you in off the street, didn't I?
I was
Get in here.
I was passing one day at the bottom of the arcade, all of a sudden said, "Oh, do you want to come up here?" And I did. And I thought, well, I'm having some of this, so I didn't.
I mentioned the human condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said to me, what did you say then? And I said something about the human condition, and you said, well, I've never met anyone who mentioned the human condition before. Yeah. I think we should be friends.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And after that, we were friends, weren't we?
Yeah.
We didn't know what it was about.
Didn't know what it was about. No.
I just thought it sounded good.
I thought it was like expert.
Oh, the human condition.
No, but we just became friends.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Sadly, the Court Arcade shop began to leak every time it rained. By 1989, it had got so bad we had no alternative but to move. In 1990, Guru moved to 24 Blackwell Gate. Kelly, thank you for coming tonight.
Aww.
Because it wouldn't be a film about Guru without Kelly. And you know how much we love you.
Yeah, I know. I'm really happy to be part of it.
Now, I'm old, so you've got a better memory than me. So can you fill us in how we got to...
So, I remember asking your mum actually for a job.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, come in tomorrow. And I've actually just got a job at it in the town. But they were making the title coat hangers and I didn't like that.
We didn't do that.
And I remember coming in to see your mum Irene, and I remember you and Tony going off into the back.
That was that we could check that.
Yeah, in that cupboard. And I remember just stood there worried, thinking, oh, will I get a job? And anyway, I did get the job, and that would have been back in.
Was that just a Saturday job?
Just a Saturday job, yeah. So I started as a Saturday girl. I was just turned 16.
Yeah.
So that would have been 1993. So yeah, just finished my GCSEs and started as a Saturday girl just before Christmas.
Yeah. And then you got your law degree.
Got my law degree, 98.
Yeah.
Came back because I was only supposed to be covering for a little while.
But you were a Saturday girl before you got your degree, but then you went down to London, loaded up with beans.
Loaded up with beans. Yeah, that was a quick save, wasn't it? Penny a tin.
But the amazing thing was you used to come back every Saturday and be our Saturday girl.
Yeah.
I know it was to see your mum and your friends as well, but...
You should talk about it on Saturday morning, after a Friday night out.
Yeah, that was at the 5:30 coach from London to Darlington.
Yeah. Go out.
Go
Then you'd be up in the morning, come to
Yeah.
and then back
Me and
home.
Penny.
I don't think anybody is stupid as us.
No.
The way we do it is just...
Because we do, you know...
Well, it's never,
we've not done it as a business. It's
never
a way
been
of
about
life.
money, has it?
No, no.
You know,
It's a way of life. If it had been about money, we'd have sold it.
it's doing something that you want to do because you like it. And because you like the people.
Now that everything's coming to its natural conclusion at number 24, but we will go on, doing something else that's got the essence of Guru. We could have sold the business there and then because our lease is coming to an end, and the normal thing would be to sell your business, but it's not about money, and we couldn't sell it because it would be like selling ourselves.
And people come in the shop because they say, when they come in the shop, it makes them feel happy, or it makes them feel peaceful, or it makes them feel safe.
There's a lot of customers that are just lifelong friends.
When people move away, and like they could be away for 20 years or 30 years, and then they come back in the shop, and the first thing they say when they come through the door is, it still smells the same. It still smells the same. We can't believe you're still here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
We have missed just missed the atmosphere and the scent.
Yeah.
The scent of Guru.
But it's just strange because most people tend to leave Darlington, but they always end up coming back. It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there have been a lot of characters. Everybody's interesting.
I'm Daz, and I frequent Guru Boutique quite often. It's literally the best alternative shop in the area. It's got the DNA of the whole of Darlington, the whole of the northeast. If you want anything bohemian or alternative, it's brilliant. It's definitely the best butchers in Newton Aycliffe.
This is our friend Mike, and you've been coming in for ages, haven't you?
I have. It's a pleasure to come in this shop because I always feel welcome and loved. I feel all the good energy, and I love the place. I love buying from the place. I love having chats, conversations, good fun.
Oh, we love you too.
Thank you so much. Finding peace.
Hiya, I'm Emily. Me and my family, we've been coming to Guru for years now. I had a little job here a little while ago as well. I helped out during the market stalls and that. I've done a little bit of modelling with all the clothes and that. Personally, Guru's always been quite important because it sells a lot of unique things that you wouldn't find elsewhere. I love the clothes and things like that. It's a really one-of-a-kind shop.
But we've had some tough times, really tough times. I mean, we've been through recessions, and we really have. A lot of people just would have packed it in and not bothered, but we just stick at it and somehow come out the other side. Sometimes with a bit of help from our friends.
Oh yeah.
Been through starting off in Court Arcade and never thinking we were going to last more than a couple of weeks. It was like the Rolling Stones, 6 good gigs. But it turned out to be a lot more than 6 good gigs.
51 years later.
51 years later.
Right.
We've had the Court Arcade experience, which was brilliant, and it was right for its time. And I must mention Stuart, who worked in the shop as well.
Oh yeah.
We lost one of our friends quite young, and I think he deserves a mention if you're talking about the shop. And then we've had this wonderful experience of being in 24 Blackwell Gate, which is the most marvellous shop with loads of it's got loads of secrets. It's a shop of secrets, and it never ceases to surprise me. I keep finding new things.
I wouldn't do anything differently because that's what it's all about. You just,
It's just
you couldn't recreate it.
Because it's just fallen into place as it's gone.
It's evolved.
One of them things that evolves.
It's evolution, and you couldn't do it again because
it would turn out something different.
It would turn out different.
Yeah, completely different.
But it's just been total evolution, hasn't it? Nobody's
well,
forced.
you might be involved, I haven't.
Nobody's forced anything.
We didn't like to tell you, Tone, but
I'm still down there.
But it hasn't been forced, has it?
It hasn't been forced.
It's just happens.
It just happened.
We're very sad that we're going to leave this lovely building, but we're not closing. We carrying on. It's just part of the evolution of Guru.
Yeah, it's phase 3.
Yeah, phase 3. but we definitely do. We will miss the shop.
Yeah,
the building is special to us,
and it really is. It's gratifying that we have made an impression on lots of people's lives, and you know, surprisingly, and it is quite. I mean, I'm a cynic, you know, and it's quite moving at times, you know. I just think you've made an impression on people's lives.
Yeah, I suppose, but I don't even think about it.
No,
like that.
I don't think.
I just think it's something that we do. It's what we do.
Yeah.
And it's no good being sad, because I am sad about leaving this building, I must admit. But we're not leaving. We're not leaving our business. Friends. We're not leaving Guru. It's just another Guru, the next stage of Guru.
Yeah. You get on with people.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, it's not Little House on the Prairie or anything.
Right.
Little shop on the high street.
My mum used to come to the shop among all these hippies wearing a little polyester. She was a punk singer, wasn't she? Polystyrene.
Yeah.
She used to wear this polyester little overall from Payne and Baldwin's. So we weren't very hippie ourselves, but we soon learned. There's a lot of good reasons why we can't renew our lease here, which it's sad, but oh, shut up.
Calm down.
Can we stop there?